It's been a holiday tradition for a long time in Portland. The Nutcracker, put on by the Maine State Ballet, is getting ready for 6 performances at Merrill Auditorium.
It all starts a week from today with a matinee show on Black Friday. And this is year 50, by the way. Joining us live to talk about this year's performance, the tradition, and the history, Glenn Davis, the managing director, and Janet Davis, the artistic director. Thanks for coming on, you guys.
Great to be here.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Okay, I know we ask this all the time. For the folks that live in a cave, don't know what the Nutcracker's about, tell us what the ballet's about, the story.
A little girl who gets a present comes to life, the present comes to life, and there's just a magic land. Basically, that's it.
I can't believe this is year 50. That's so exciting.
You
What
know,
does that
we
mean for you?
We were sitting around in this past year, and we're counting, and we're like, wait a minute, this is the 50th year. So then we were like, how can we celebrate this? So we're just super excited. The time flies.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, let's talk about all the preparing that goes on. I know you guys have tryouts in the summer, and go through all that and how the preparedness goes.
All right, so we have auditions at the end of August, and then, so this year we had about 330 people apply, and so it's a lot. Then you go through all the papers, see what their availability is, and then we put them in roles, and then we make a schedule and
carry it out.
have them try on their costumes, and just, yeah.
What's the age range that we're talking about here? And maybe, is it a challenge for some of the kids?
It's kindergarten and up. I mean, there's some kids who are older have lots of rehearsals, and then the kindergarten reindeer have like one rehearsal, and then we basically throw them on stage.
How much work does it take with rehearsals, especially when dealing with young children, all the way up to, I mean, I don't know how old some of the performers are, but the work and the rehearsals that go into this, all the hours?
What would you say?
It's a lot of work. So with the younger ones, we try to limit the rehearsals. Of course, there's more advanced students, but I mean, it's just a lot of work and a lot of time. The older dancers, a lot of them have full-time jobs, and so fitting all that together, there's classes that you still have to put on, and
dancers have to take ballet class, and I think this year's crop and this year's group has been well rehearsed, so we're looking forward to a really, really good show.
Can you both talk about how long you've been involved with this and maybe how you've seen it evolve?
So you started in 1976 when she was months old.
It was 3 weeks,
3 weeks old
when the first one was there, and so my parents started it, John and Linda Mealy, and I mean, it is just, so I was getting a bit emotional. There was an article in the paper, early 80s, and my mom was quoted to say, "We hope that we can do this as a tradition, and maybe have a theater one day," and things like that. And I just said, they did it. They did their goal. They made a holiday tradition for the state of Maine.
Wow.
You've performed over 40 of these. You've been in like, what did you say during commercial break, 35?
35, right.
How special it is like performing in that and now being in charge of Maine State Ballet?
It feels like a responsibility we have now. It's almost like a mission where there's been so many people who've been affected by this. Tens of thousands of people have come to it, 10,000 people a year. We've had probably 3,000 reindeer. So if we had a reindeer reunion, we couldn't fit them anywhere.
Where would we host it? Yeah.
I know. So I mean, we've just affected so many people, brought so much joy, and it almost just like, it feels like a responsibility. It's not a weight, but it almost feels like we have to do this thing every year so that people can have this joy.
Yeah. What does it mean for you that so many families out there have made it a tradition to come to this every single year?
Generations.
Yeah.
Generations,
Yeah.
It's very overwhelming to me, and like he said, it's like a responsibility, but it's just, I mean, it's my whole entire life, so it's really special to me, and I don't know how to explain it other than it just brings so much happiness and tradition and the families. And when you talk about generations of families having this experience, it's just incredible, really. Yeah.
How about the performers on stage, being a tradition? 35 years over 40 years, and I mean, a lot can be said when you're performing the roar of the crowd. I mean, to know that you're out there in front of that many people, and you did it for 35 years, and how special it is.
I was a former athlete in Maine. I grew up in Lewiston, and I played baseball a little bit at UMaine, and I just remember loving the crowds. And she did it more for she loved the art, and I love the applause.
The
So there's a little of
adrenaline,
both,
yeah.
a little of both in there. But having that live experience together, there's so much technical stuff, there's so much social media, but to gather together in a live place with thousands of people and share an experience like that, and then it's like a candle. You blow out your candle, and the candle's out, and that's gone. It's in the can. And that, I don't know, there's something special about that.
It feels so
that
present. Like it feels like that is what life is right at that moment. Yeah.
What's your favorite part about the show itself?
I think when everyone just finally gets on stage, we have so much organizational stuff we have to do, and we were in meetings yesterday for hours just planning some things and setting some policies backstage and stuff. But when people finally get on stage and have that experience, and you see the look on their faces, some of these young performers are out there for the first couple of times, and they just are in awe and they love it. You know?
What were you going to say?
Just being on stage, but also, so that experience is like you just said, but then another special moment is when you see the grandparents and the aunts and 10 people coming for this one child, and they have flowers, and you're going, this is why we do it. I mean,
And the nice thing about this too, because it happens Black Friday is the start, and you have some the next weekend, is that you guys really are one of the ones that kick off the holiday season, and that's another responsibility. Feel like,
I was
right?
a lead-off
People,
batter, so that's the way, that's what I do, you know. Right? Yeah. No, it's just kicks off the holiday season, and then we have all these wonderful other events, Magic of Christmas, and other events that are following that that just bring in the holiday season in the Portland, Maine area.
Why would you encourage people to come this year?
just to have a nice time and smile and enjoy the art. I mean, the music, we have a live orchestra, we have a choir. I mean,
The costumes, the choir, the dancing,
and the joy
orchestra.
of the performers.
Yeah.
And they just want to give. They want to perform for you. And
Yeah, when you see some of these dancers on point too, it's amazing. They're athletes, right?
Yeah, it takes years to hone that skill, and years and years and years. And so the amount of dedication and work that goes into someone who just bourrées around, it looks really easy, and they float around, but it's like, years of just constant 4 or 5 classes a week, summer workshops, shows. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
Very impressive. All right, so where can people buy tickets?
I'd go to mainstateballet.org. You can go to portix.com. Yep.
Sounds great. A week from today, the first performance.
Yeah,
All right, can't
coming
wait.
up. Thank you both so much for joining us.
thanks for having
Thanks for having us.